found my Essen Spiel 2023 most anticipated review list here. I just went over all the games that I thought I would absolutely have to pick up if I were going to Spiel this year. Now I'm going to talk about all of the games that I would be interested in playing and then probably buying because I like to play everything and own all the great games. So hopefully my selection this time are also awesome games. There's a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to try and be brief with that. But we'll see. I'm going to sort my list right now. And let's see. For my most anticipated list, I had 59 titles. For my most interested in list, I have 137 titles. So we have a lot of work to get caught up on. And because you know me, I like to play all the games. I want to talk about all the games as well. So here we go. Let's take a look. Okay. So I have sorted this list by hotness on what people have thumbed on the side. So this is almost like uh, a group think sort of thing. So most people on BG are very excited for the top games on this list, but you know me, I like to play all sorts of games. So, you know, even if it's not high on this list, it might still be high on my want to play list just because I like to play all the games, even the ones that nobody's ever heard of. So the first one on this list is called The White Castle from De Beer. Michael wants to play this one while eating a burger in White Castle. He thinks it would be thematic. But you know what? I don't. I do want to play it. I saw it being played. It looked really cool. I heard some mixed reviews, but mostly generally pretty good. So that's where it gives me hesitation because, well, maybe it's not a must-have. Maybe I'm just interested in it. But it is a dice worker placement game, so I'm sure there's a lot of great things going on. I also enjoy the Red Cathedral, so same designers of that, and so I think it's going to be a super solid game, and I'm very excited to check it out. From the Moon. I was a bit surprised to see this one so highly rated, just because I don't know much about it at all, other than its space exploration. La Boîte de Jeu, they usually do pretty good games, so I'd be interested. I'm wondering if this is, maybe it was a Kickstarter, something, so people are very excited to get it. It says craft workers, build bases, save humanity. I don't know much about it other than that, so it looks like a solid Euro game. Sky Team, I got to check out. We picked it up at Gen Con. We really enjoyed it. I would say it definitely was super, super hyped at Gen Con, and maybe my expectations were higher, but the game is solid. We still have it because there's a whole bunch of different levels you can work through. Because the first level of the game is very, very easy, but you can ramp up the difficulty, which makes the game, in my opinion, more interesting. But I don't want to get you super hyped up for it because I'm not sure the hype is like that deserved. It's a good game, but it's, you know, it didn't blow me away or anything. This Satori game, besides looking simply beautiful, it looked like a solid Euro game. I don't really know anything about it other than I like the look of it, and so do other people, it seems, with 473 votes. It's pretty good. Evil Corp, another Boîte de Jeu game. A very, very highly anticipated, I guess, from people, but it's a back building game. It looks like you're kind of creating a little territory. I always like building my own little territory on, you know, my player board, so it has things that I like from what I viewed. So yeah, seemed good. Nekojima, I got to play this one. Super fun dexterity game. I really, really like. I really. Michaela! He just came downstairs. But Nekojima, it's super challenging because you're trying to place these different like telephone poles with wires and maybe hang cats from it. It's super cute, but it's difficult. It's super difficult. I had a lot of fun with it though. I would play that for sure again. This Penguin Airlines game looks really fun. It has communication limits. It looks like almost like a pattern game. You're trying to locate on this mess of like buttons and stuff, like where you need to press. And so I think multiple people are trying to do different things at the same time. But yeah, it looked like a chaotic, crazy time cooperation, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't say that, but it looked cool. Jerusalem, we've got to play on stream. We've played it several months ago at this point. It's a big Euro game. I think there's a lot of cool like hand management features with multi-use cards. That's cool. And you're trying to get the followers to the Last Supper. So you're trying to a little bit of area control on the board. Okay. It's good. It's good if you like the heavy Euros. What are you doing?
Jesus.
What?
That's who you're trying to sit near.
Yeah. You're a follower. You got to go sit near him.
That's right.
Get points.
Right now, I got to go kick people in the head.
All right, you do that. I'm in the middle of this.
Hi, everybody. All the games.
In my stream. All the games with Steph. Oh, my goodness.
What is it, doll?
Yes.
Maybe it's my stream. The games.
Jelvia says hi.
Hi, Jelvia. Headbutt.
You missed.
I didn't miss. I got the headbutt.
Okay.
All right. I gotta go now. Thank you for watching the Senor's Old production. Hey.
I'm gonna get a bloody nose. Oh my god. Ow.
You got hit with a puppet.
No, that stick went up my nose. Don't. All right, I'm gonna continue with my list.
Do your list.
All right. Next up is tequila. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a roll and write game, and it looks kind of like on the complicated side. All right, shh. It looks more of like a fleet dice game kind of game. It has a lot going on with sheets of paper. Look cool. The Cascadia expansion called Landmarks. I'm sure it adds a lot of really cool elements to make Landmarks, to make Cascadia a little bit more, with depth and everything, but we'll see. I haven't yet played it. It's on my list to play in the near future to show everybody what's it like. So, more Cascadia. What could be bad? After Us is on Board Game Arena. It's a really interesting engine building game where you get to try and link up these different bonuses that you get. It's an engine building game, so it's also a deck building game where you're trying to get more powerful cards. The one thing I really don't like about this game is that it's a race to get points. And so whoever gets to the points first is probably going to win. You might not win, but you're probably going to win. So that is, I believe, also on our couch to stream in the near future. Next is Imperial Miners from Portal Games. It's a 1 to 5 player game. I thought it was like a 2-player game, but I guess it plays a lot more people than I expected. I saw it being played at 2 players. It looked really cool. It didn't look anything like Imperial Settlers, so I'm not sure if it's still in that same vein or not, but it has the Imperial name. It looked really nice though, so gotta try it out. 1902 Melees, the director of the Moon the Moonland, the Moon. I forget what the short video is called. I've seen it. It's a weird theme. No game would ever be after this theme, so I'm very confused by the theme. But you know what? Maybe that makes it interesting. It definitely is a niche game, that's for sure.
Bye.
Yeah, A Trip to the Moon. You're right, Dan. Thanks. It says his famous movie, A Trip to the Moon. Um, yeah, it looks like worker placement game. I don't know. It's just a weird theme. It looked cool. Bye. Evenfall looked it's on my fence, but every time I go into the listing of Evenfall, it like, oh, that looks really cool. There's like witch powers and stuff. It doesn't seem overly complicated, but it seems like kind of a lot going on. The look of this game looks really cool, so it's on my to look at list. Rats of Wistar, Cranio Creations. They always make super solid Euro games. And it's a Luciani Games, so I'm sure it's worth checking out. And I think it's coming from Capstone in the near future. So, speaking of Capstone, even though this is Feuerland, Age of Innovation, I have it here. I gotta get it played. I'm very excited to play it. Also, Capstone game in the U.S. here, so gotta play it. I mean, I don't know how it holds up to Terra Mystica or even Gaia Project. Could it possibly be better than Gaia Project? I doubt it, but I'm willing to try it. Camelist says, love Age of Innovation. Played it to death already. But did you play Gaia Project? And what are the comparisons? Because that's my big concern. Like, I love Gaia Project. Definitely as good as Gaia, I think. We played Gaia to death too. Awesome. Well, that makes me even more excited to play it because I super love Gaia Project a lot, and very much looking forward to Age of Innovation as well. Paper Town, pattern building, tiling, abstract strategy, city building. Anything with city building, I'm like interested in. I really like that. So that could be good. Expeditions. It's no Scythe. I played it. I enjoyed my game of it. It has a cool like hand management system that works really well. Obviously the theme is cool. I like it. It's a solid game. So I would definitely play it again. Kamala says, it just falls flat for me. Well, yeah. It won't be for everybody, and that's fine. Yeah. Another Stonemaier game, Apiary. I'm a little bit hesitant about this one, but you know, the cover is wicked cool. Multi-use cards is always fun. I mean, I want to play it. That's why it's on the interested in list. Cheops, an action building game. Whatever that means. It has the theme I love. It has city building, tile placement. What could go wrong? I'm sure it's great. Tucana Builders, I actually have played. We've done a video for. If you've played Trails of Tucana, it is basically the board game version of that. Yes, they made the roll and write into a board game. It's tile placement. And you're trying to lay these tiles to connect the different animals to the different huts. And yeah, it's really good. I like it. If you like the roll and write, you'll probably like this one as well. Series, I don't know if that's how you say it, but from Artipia, it's a big Euro type game. It looks cool. Worker placement, space exploration. I'm sure it's great. I don't know much more than that, but it got my interest. Path to Civilization looks really cool. I'm always interested in Civilization games. I was looking at pictures of this. I'm not sure why the box cover isn't showing up here, but yeah. There's a bunch of Civilization games coming out and I'm very excited. I want to play them all. I love Civ games. I always want to play more of them. So yeah. Books of Time. This one actually got better on the second play. I liked the first time and I liked it a little bit better the second time. There's some subtleties in how you craft your card selection and how you want to make your books happen, cuz it with the books you have to place the cards how you want to take the actions, because as you take the actions you're flipping the card over. It's like you're reading a book, but when you draft a card, if you put something in that you don't want to take the action for, well then you're like, well, now what do I do? You have to either take the action or to spend another action to flip the page. And so it's tricky to manage the craftsmanship of your book, as well as the actions and resources that you have in front of you. So it's a nice little thinky puzzle. I mean, there's a lot going on. It says 45 to 60 minutes, but like there's so much to think about that the game's just going to last a little bit longer than you anticipate. All right, well, Camelus can tell me if Path of Civilization is worth it, because I'm curious. All right, Bonsai. I think that also was released at Gen Con. I didn't get to see it though. It looks like a really cool tableau. You're building out your bonsai tree, some drafting and stuff. It looked really pretty. Definitely on my to watch list. Maybe I'll get it played at BGCon. Looks cool. Amalfi Resistant, a Renaissance. Contracts, economic, Renaissance, a unique mechanism where ships give you actions and also manage your resources. So it seems like a pretty solid Euro game. Happy to try it. Ancient Knowledge, I did get to play. Really solid card game with you're managing cards in your hand with your tableau, and you kind of want everything to go into decline, but you also don't want to go into decline because you want cool bonuses, but you want them to go into decline so they get you scoring. So there's like all these different things that are happening with these cards because they're all unique and tons of abilities and everything. It's a really nice game. I just played it at Dice Tower this summer, and I was impressed. It was good. Future Inc. I always like commodity speculation market games, just because I like to try and figure out what the price of things are. So for me, that's fun. So it could be a fun game. Not really sure. Elderman. It looks like a pretty generic Euro game, but I like to try those too. Expansion for FIAM. We have FIAM on the stream shelf. We've had it on there since like January or something. It's been on there. It's like, is it gonna ever get streamed? Maybe. Maybe if there's an expansion, we'll get that played, and you never know. It's a nice game though, so I'm curious to see how the expansion incorporates into that. Herbify. This is a redo of an older title, but the first edition was not as pretty. So they definitely leveled up their artwork for this city building game. So yeah, it looks cool. I always like to try city building games. Coffee Rush, I did get to play. Amazing components. It's so pretty. It is basically it's puzzly because you're moving guys around the board to collect resources and gain abilities, but you're trying to fill these orders that are coming in. The problem is that there's a little bit too much luck of the card draw with the orders, because if you get a whole bunch of orders that are like 2 ingredients, and then I'm getting a whole bunch of like orders that are 4 ingredients, it's not exactly balanced in that way. So it's tough. For me, the gameplay is really interesting and fun, but the luck of the draw can just kill it because there's no real mitigation for like, well, this card is worth 3 points and cost me 2 resources, but this card is worth 3 points and costs 3 resources. That doesn't quite line up for me because, it's not exactly even, and I'm spending more energy to get more resources. So I don't know. It's not exactly a feel good game, but the overall game itself is pretty fun. It's just that one little thing that's like I have an issue with. So I'll be curious as to what other people think. for me, still worth checking out because maybe you can house rule something to make it really great. We got a new game from Aporta called House of Cats. Doesn't matter. Whatever Aporta puts out, I'm definitely interested in. So, paper and pencil, roll and write game. I'm sure it's great. Mind Up. I think it showed up on BGA, but I haven't yet played it, though I want to. Looks like a fun card game. Problem is 3 to 6 players, but I'd still play it. Far Shore, the new Everdell. It is Everdell for sure. It's 100% Everdell with a few new mechanics added. It is a standalone game. For me, this definitely fires Everdell 100%. In any case, Everdell is not exactly a keeper for me anyway. Neither is Far Shore, but I'm happy. I would play it again. I think what they added in Far Shore is worth replacing Everdell. Unfortunately, everybody just got the super huge Everdell Deluxe Edition amazingness, but I don't need all that shiny and sparkle or all the expansions. It gets to be a bit much for me. So this keeps it simple. They added new mechanics that really work, and yeah, I think it's good. Portals from Crowd Games. Collect magic keys and use them to open portals to other worlds. I love that concept. It looks amazing. I love that look of that game. Hidden victory points, open drafting, abstract strategy. I mean, it looks cool. Definitely want to play it. Expansion for Furnace. Yes, I still have it. I got to play it. I love Furnace, and I'm very excited by this expansion. So we will see what it holds. Expansion for Artemis Project Satellites and Commanders. We actually did a preview for this when it was on Kickstarter, and we totally enjoyed it. It has cool new mechanics that are added, and it really opens up the game. So, super fun. If you have the base game still, definitely worth checking out. Another one from Mandu Games, Dracula vs. Helsing. I wonder how similar it is to Jekyll versus Hyde, but it doesn't say it's trick taking, so it's a totally different type of game. I like the theme. I think that's fun. It is for 2 players, and yeah, curious by it. Pioneer Rails, Contracts, Line Drawing, American West Trains, by Matthew Dunstan and Jeffrey Allers. I like that team. That's a cool team, so want to check it out. Delta Game Brewer. So they always have really cool games that come out each year. So I would check out this one. I was looking at pictures. It looks really cool. It's a steampunk theme, which is even cooler. I really enjoy the steampunk themes. So yeah, that is one I want to play. Which draft? I mean, come on, look how cute he is. He's so cute. We're drafting cards to collect these cute critters. I mean, come on. Anunnaki? Anunnaki? I don't know. So I read a lot of reviews about this one. Luciani, people like, is this even a Luciani design? It's not. Doesn't seem like it. Da 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 da. I don't even know. So apparently it doesn't feel like a good game, but people are also liking it. I really don't know what to think about this one at all. But I am curious. I really don't know. So this would be one that I would try and get a demo of at Spiel. Analyst says I tried it on TTS. It felt really weird. Well, that's what a lot of review. That's like I read the comments on BGG, and a lot of people are like, it's really weird. So I'm going into this one with caution, with like baby steps. Like I want to play it, but if I don't play it right away, maybe it's fine. It's like Revive, but with direct conflict. Well, maybe I would just rather play Revive. I am not a direct conflict kind of person. I don't really enjoy that so much. Sumerian Gods, IIRC. Well, it's one that I would go with maybe. I'd go with a maybe on that. Next up is the new micro macro crime city game called Showdown. I haven't yet played Full House. I do. It's on the shelf of opportunity. So I'm sure it's just more of the same, more of the good story stuff. I really like the micro macro games. So Empire's End. So I like the designer, John DeClaire. He's done a lot of great stuff. It looks like a lighter game. I was like, oh, it's a civilization game. It's gonna be long, but then it's like 45 minutes, 60 minutes. I was looking at pictures. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot is going on. I'm a bit curious, but I'm 100% interested because I love auction games. And so it sounds like you're trying to bid to protect your empire. But if you lose the bid, that like part of your empire is going to go into decline and other things are going to happen, which could be good but also bad because you don't want your empire to go into decline. So I'm very curious of how that's going to work. And so I definitely want to play it. Faux show. Want to play that. Sail, we were actually going to play on stream last night, but our internet was being wonky, so we didn't get to it. So we'll play it on stream in the near future. It's a 2-player cooperative trick-taking game. I love all those words, so I wanted to love this game. It's a little bit of a luck fest with the card draw, though, so it's tough. I mean, Michael and I are really avid card players. I mean, we're good card players, but even still, we lost the tutorial brutally. Like we weren't like even really close. We were just dead in the water. So it makes me wonder how hard this game really is, or if it's just too much luck. I don't know, but the game is beautiful. I want to give it a few more shots. Like I think the game is there. I'm not quite sure. So we'll play it on stream. Maybe it'll change his mind a little bit. But yeah. Our room. This is another trick taking game, but you can't follow suit or you can't follow anybody's color that they've played so far. So it's really hard to gauge how many tricks you're going to take, even though you still have to bid for how many tricks you're going to take. And you do have a partner. I do like partner trick taking games a lot. So I wanted to like this one more than I did, but I just don't like the fact that you're not following suit. I prefer my trick taking games to follow suit. That's all. Valbara is a um, hand management game where you're simultaneously selecting cards that will perform an action for you, but also pick the turn order, which you're drafting cards from the middle. So you have to pick and choose wisely and gauge what your opponents might be doing and try and play off of that. So quick little filler game. I really enjoyed it. Leonardo da Vinci's Codex, Leicester. This is the remake of Leonardo da Vinci. Apparently, everybody's played this but me because I went into that game and looked at, all my geek buddies, and there's like 1 million people who've rated this game or the original game. So this is the redo of that. Even Michael gave it a 7, so maybe this redo fixes some things and makes it even better. I don't know, but I should probably go back and play Leonardo da Vinci and then play this. It looks really cool, like a big Euro-y game. So we'll see. Havolandi. This is a new Reiner Knizia game with hot air balloons. Looks really nice. We got like a quick overview at Gen Con for it. You're trying to like make connections on this board as the balloons are flying up. I don't think I'll like it as much of into the mist, but or islands in the mist. The other hot air balloon game, which I really like. But it looked nice. I'd play it. The Glade I did play. It is very abstract, very set collection, kind of Quirkle Quirkle-ish, Quirkle and Scrabble. If they were to like have a baby, I guess this would be it. Glade. It was okay. I'm just terrible at seeing patterns, but I don't feel like I'm ever that terrible at seeing patterns. I had some really bad luck in our play. I don't know. It was not a feel good game for me, which is sad because I really, really love like Richard Breeze as a person. He's great. He's like super awesome. Um, and I really enjoy the key games. Like Keeper is like one of my faves. So yeah, I wanted to like this one more than I did. Tipperary. Uh, Mostly interested in this one because it's a lookout title. They always have super solid games coming out. It has weird shapes, polyomino shapes. You're making up this land and trying to get bonuses. It looks cool. I don't know if it's really doing anything different, but I definitely want to play it. Side Quest Nemesis is an escape type game. And has the theme from Nemesis, which is cool. I love Nemesis. That game is amazing. So I guess they're partnering with Awaken Realms to get that theme. But yeah, it has some cool puzzles. We just did the prologue. I can't really judge it fully because I only played the prologue, which was several chapters instead of like the full thing. But we had fun doing it, and we did it all on stream. We had some troubles, but we got through, and yeah, it's good. For the win? Question mark. It's a trick taking game. Friedemann could be good, might not be good. Hard to say. I'd play it. I enjoy Friedemann Fries as a person. He's great. He's very quirky. It's great. It's great hanging out with him. But his games are always sort of hit or miss for me. But he as a person is fantastic. The art project from the op, it just looks like a really cool game. It plays 1 to 6, which is really cool. Card play, conflict resolution, chaining, adventure, ancient. The board just looks like craziness. I don't really know how it's gonna play out, but I definitely want to play it. Draft and write records. I did get to play this. You're drafting cards and you're filling in your sheet, and so you're trying to make this band happen and have harmonies and stuff. A lot of cool things are going on in this game. I really liked it, and definitely looking forward to getting that game soon. Amy Glada the la la. I can't say the name. Amy Gadola. I have no idea. Why would you name a game like this? It's so off-putting. Like I can't say it. I'm not good at names of things. This game just looks like a hot wreck, but it's very colorful and very pretty. But just like, how can you see anything that's going on the board? I don't know. It's just like there's a lot of color, even for me, and I love color. In any case, it's Kiesling and Kramer, so yeah, I want to play it. Obviously. Obviously. This is the Dragon Keepers. This is the German version of it. I anticipate Dragon Keepers will be later this year in the US. It just has a great little dragon theme. It looks cute. 20 minutes. I want to play it. Nautilus Island, we played on stream the other day. Had a great time. It's a little set collection game. Some cards are face down, some cards are face up, so you're kind of hoping for the best, and you want the cards to make sets in your hand so you can lay them down. It's a timing game, so you want the timing to fall into place with what you're doing. It's good. It's good little filler game. Let's show more. Mycelia from Ravensburger. It looks so cute. It has little like blue gems and stuff. I don't really know what's going on, but it says deck bag, pool building, card game. So I bet it's cute. I want to play it. My tick, yes. Myticius. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the names. The names of these games are just killing me, man. Quicksand says there's so many mushroom games coming out. I know. Well, I was thinking about Wonderwoods, right? That game is great. That's a mushroom game, but that game is really good. I like that. I don't think it was on the list though. I was gonna look at this. Atikius. Trying to remember why this was on my list. Kind of looks like an easy, and that doesn't look too complicated, right? It kind of just gives you a feeling of, oh, these buildings, maybe we got to construct these buildings to get cool bonuses, and you're trying to take over the area control or whatever. I don't know. It could be good. City building, I always enjoy that. Is that a Greek island? Yeah, play as builders on Mount Olympus and tried to gain favors with the gods. So yeah. War of the Ring. Not that I ever play War of the Ring, but this is a new expansion for it. I want it. It doesn't even matter. I just want it. This is the collector in me, I suppose, because I got problems and yeah. Uh I I don't play the game ever. But if I did, I would play this expansion. On the Road is another band game. I'm surprised that there are two band games on the list, but that's cool. Tour with your band, get new fans, end up on stage. It's a Leo Colavini game. He's done one game that I've loved is might make near the top of my list this year called Kazuka. So I'm curious as to see what his new title is. You could never get into Lord of the Rings? What? That's not even a sentence. Oh, here we have Arabella. This is the game to get everybody to try out 18xx games because look, you can't get mad at that cute little cat. It is a roll and write 18xx game. I mean, what even? What even? I'm like, this game's for Scott Ferry. He's gonna start liking 18xx games now because of this game. Because there's a kitten on the cover. When I think 18xx, I don't think cute little kittens. I just think it's the funniest cover. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought it was a joke. And then I was reading more about it. I was like, oh my god, there's actually cats all over the place in this game. So funny. I gotta play it. I gotta play it. Carcassonne expansion. Yes. Cool, weird polyomino tiles. Sign me up. Printing press. I'm like, oh, it's Gutenberg. No, but it's not. It actually obviously looks just like Gutenberg. It's same publisher. So it's like the next game in the series, right? Looks great. Action drafting, contracts, abstract strategy. I don't know. I definitely gotta play it. I really enjoy Gutenberg. I still have it. I'm actually gonna go see the musical called Gutenberg. And I'm like, should I bring my game? They can sign it. The cast can sign it. Anyway, I want to play it. Humanity, Bombix. I was looking at pictures of this game. It looks really cool. It looks really, really cool. I don't know. I don't know if it will be cool, but city building, space exploration. I just like exploration games in general. Yunnan. I'm a bit surprised that they're redoing Yunnan, but I played it long ago. I really liked it. Look, my comment on it is so hard. The game is so hard to do well or to get things done. It's so hard to get anything done. Like The game is hard. It's not like a hard to understand game or whatever. I mean, there's rules and stuff, but it's not that kind of hard. It's just like you're trying to get things done, and it's just like that struggle is real. Because it's an auction type game. It's a game I need to revisit many years later now, like what, or 10 years later or whatever. Whenever the heck I played it probably in 2014 or 15 or something like that. So it's been a minute. So I'm excited to see how they redid that. Pirate Tales. Obviously, I love pirate themed games. It's another one. There's another theme I really like. This is all about pushing your luck with dice rolling and stuff. So yeah, I think it'll just be fun. Quicksand, a real time cooperative game where you have to deactivate dangerous traps. Sounds fun. Nilo from GDM Games. Anticipate the rise of the Nile River and manage to build your buildings on safe ground. That sounds fun. I really like working with GDM, so I'll probably end up requesting some of their new releases. And yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. Quicksand wants the game called Quicksand just because of the name. I mean, that's a logical reasoning if you ever asked me, obviously. On to Terraforming Mars, the dice game. We played this in prototype form when it was on Kickstarter, so I still actually have the prototype over there. I think I'm getting a copy sent to me, so for covering it at the time. So I actually like this best of the Terraforming Mars series. Like I really like, Ares Expedition. Um, but it's just fun rolling dice and trying to use like these dice as resources. Um, it yeah, many choices without being overly complex. Um, yeah, I think it's a really solid game, and we did a video of it. So if you're curious, you can check out the video. Beer Pioneer. I don't necessarily need another really big beer game. Like I have Distilled and I have um the other one, Brew Crafters. I don't think I need another one. I still want to play it though, just to see how it turns out. But it looks like a very big game as well. Just based on the time count, 75 to 100 minutes. It's fairly long, so a couple hours. Could be good though. Could be good. We have a new dice rolling game, Walking in Burano, rolling right. I really like Walking in Burano. I actually really like Emperor S4 games in general. I always love working with them and playing their games. They always have really interesting ideas and new games. And it's beautiful. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. So definitely want to play it. Hundo P. Hundo P. Then we have Age of Wonders, Planetfall from Arcane Wonders. Um, Commanders explore 7 once abandoned planets in search of resources and technology. Uh, Actually, not really sure exactly what's going on in this game. I haven't really got the rundown yet, but just looking at the board and stuff, it seems pretty cool. Obviously, we have a good working relationship with Arcane Wonders, so I'm sure I'll get to try it at some point. So yeah, I'll look forward to it. It's a cool theme. Virtual Revolution. Spread your influence across the dark in dystopian Paris. Area control movies. I didn't see the movie, but who knows? I actually have it over here to try, so it's on the short list of games I gotta play in the near future. So we will see how that goes, and hopefully bring it to you sometime on stream. Art gallery. Super love the theme of this. It's a betting and bluffing card game. I was looking at pictures. I was like, okay, that could be good. A lot of people really enjoying the ease of play and just being able to play it and have good like strategies involved. So it got some good comments, so that's good. I want to play it. Couture, 3 to 6 players. So it definitely, it's not going to get played with just Michael and myself. So um, we'll see. It says in a game of simultaneous auctions. I mean, I really love auction games, so we'll see how that works. I don't know how you are going to have multiple auctions going on, but I'm curious and I want to play it. Chomp is another one from I'll Play. It's another small box game, open drafting, pattern building. Seems cute. I heard some comments about it, so I heard it's not really great with 4 players, so maybe play on the lower player count side. Colin is a remake of Last Samurai, which I did not play. That's a Knizia game. So obviously I really like the theme of this better than Samurai, I guess. So tile placement always fun, and it's a Knizia, so I'm gonna check it out. Roll Camera, a new expansion. I've really enjoyed playing through Roll Camera several times. Murder mystery seems like a fun theme pack, and yeah. Zigazam, Brain Games. They have some weird trick taking games that they've done in the past, and so I'm curious about this one. You don't get to see your own cards. So it kind of they also did a game called Pokoko, and I wonder how similar it is to that one. But in any case, give it a go. I'm curious. Cosmos has None Attack, I guess, from Kane Klinko. He's got a lot of games I really enjoy, so it actually seems different than his normal style of games. So I'm curious as to, you know, what this game will entail. But it looks really pretty. I was looking at pictures like, ooh, that looks like fun. The cover is really nice as well. So, yeah, I Cosmos always does solid games. Mission complete. Communication limits cooperative game. It's probably good. Probably good. All right, getting there. Deep dive. I feel like I've been talking about this one forever because I played it when it was on Kickstarter. I've played it several times since. It's a really great push your luck game. Great for families. Great for a bunch of people. You just kind of it's a filler, so it's just fun. EOS has a really cool board. I was looking at pictures. It, exploration is always fun. So I think you're moving on the board trying to explore the seas. So I like the theme. I think that's fun. Obviously, drafting is a theme that a mechanic that I really enjoy. Oh, Jalfia commented, I like playing Deep Dive with you. She played on stream with us. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good. It's a good one. I still have it. I will keep it. It's a good game. Earth has been talked about a lot. It's been getting a lot of praise this year. I feel like uh, it's been out for a while now, so I guess it's the first time it's showing up at Spiel. Um, it's still a game that Michael hasn't played, so I'm sure we're going to get it played in the very near future. And I really enjoyed my few plays of it, but I need to play it again for sure. Panic likes fun. Dr. Sign, hi. Hi, Dr. Sign. Froggerland. I don't love the prehistoric theming. I mean, it's fine for me. If you're looking at this, the pictures look interesting. It's like you're trying to explore the land and, um, gather resources, and it could be fine. It could be fun. It could be something we've all seen before. I'm not sure. That's why it's on the interested in checking out list, not the must have list. Pyramid dice. Obviously, I like the theme of, Egyptian theme. There's a deck construction dice game. Hey, I'm sure it's great. Hey, a new Fowers game. I'm surprised this hasn't gotten more buzz. Fowers usually gets a lot of people like his games like Burgle Bros and what's the other chase game? The two-player one. Oh my goodness, I'm brain farting right now. But this looks like another two-player game called Run. This has deduction though, so it looks like a filler game. I definitely want to check it out. It seems I love that art style. I think that's like super fun. Kids Chronicles has a new game coming out. I really enjoyed the first Chronicles. It's really fun for kids. I just I I love what they're doing with their new like Chronicle series. Um and you use the app to try and like, you know, compare things and get insights, and I think it's a lot of fun. This is great for kids. I've had fun playing through that. Another roll camera expansion. This time Christmas movie. I prefer the Christmas movie to murder mystery. Honestly, I need some more Christmas themed stuff, and so this is a great little expansion. I would happily include that with my roll camera game. Infiltrators. I was reading comments about this one. People are really, really enjoying this. Makes me curious. I don't know if there's a hidden traitor or not. I can't figure it out. But it's a cooperative deduction game, and it apparently you can just use a regular deck of cards. But obviously, you should support the publisher whenever you can. But I'm curious to check it out. I don't know if there's a hidden traitor or not, but there might be. I have to look more into this one, but it seems pretty good. Noobs. I don't know if it's out in the US yet or if it's coming from Cosmos soon in the US, but in any case, 3 to 5 players. It's a cooperative game. It kind of sounded like The Crew when I was reading about it, but I was told it wasn't really like The Crew, but it kind of seemed like it. Maybe it's not trick taking. Maybe it's another like mechanic that makes it very different, but you're still trying to complete missions and it's a cooperative game, so I guess we'll see. I'm definitely curious. At the Office, Reiner Knizia game. It looks like a deduction type game. It kind of looks like Guess Who if I was just looking at it, but we'll see. I don't know how similar to Guess Who it actually is. It just kind of looked like that from first glance, but try anything, right? Jock Mock. Jock Mock. The Winter Market. This game is so colorful. I really don't know much about it. Set collection, tile placement, travel. It looks really cool. It's brilliant. I mean, it's very colorful. So, Jock Mock. Well, I'm sure I'll get to try that in the future. Balloon pop. I've played several times. You're drafting. You're bidding for drafting order, and you are going to put these balloons or these cubes on your board, and they float up. So you're trying to create sets of different colored balloons, and then the better your sets, the more points you'll get. It's cute. I don't know if there's a whole lot going on here that makes it like worth keeping or whatever, but um I'm certainly happy to play it whenever requested. It's very short, so Heroes for Sale, a new Cosmos game. Actually, I saw it and I was like, hey, I know Christian. We used to stand in line at Spiel at the front door together, hours before the door would open. We'd sit there playing games. So he was one of my door buddies, if you will. We'd sit there back when I was just going as a normal attendee. But yeah, it's so I was excited to see his name show up here. But bid for heroes to do your bidding. So I like that. It's for 2 players. I'm sure it's a cute little game. Gotta try it. AI space puzzle. Communication limits, cooperative game, deduction puzzle. Uh, all of that sounds great. What else do I need to know? Nothing. Tricky Badger. Collect and protect wild hamsters while keeping them away from hungry badgers. Oh my goodness! You get to collect hamsters. Look how cute. I don't even care if the game's good. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. Oh. Hey, Firewind. The perfect wave. We had Jason on, one of the designers. We had him on stream. We got to play the game with him. It was super fun. I love trying to create that perfect wave, and the game is actually pretty short. So you just it's snappy, which is great. Yeah, it's a nice game. I'm glad that we were able to play that several times. Um, Five Towers. It's an auction game. It looks pretty basic. I don't know how different it will feel, but it looks pretty basic where you're trying to basically bid for cards and maybe make towers with them. I don't know. Simple set collection game. Could be good. Kitten Box. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. It does seem like a family type of game, but the Gemblo company they make all family games anyway. But this one is you're trying to create lines, drawings, and figure out the pattern on your own personal board. It looked really cute. If I were going, I would sit down and play this one for sure. I would definitely play it. Robot Quest Arena from Wise Wizard Games. It looks like it basically is Star Realms with a board of trying to move around the board and fighting. It looks really good. I think it looks fun. So I want to play it. You know, I always get excited for Zoc games because they always have new interesting ideas with their games. So it doesn't really matter what the theme is or what the game is. I probably still want to play it anyway just because they have a history in my mind of like really cool mechanics. So this is just one of their new releases. It looks like area control set collection, abstract strategy. Sure. Wonderful Park is the new edition of Chinatown. I played Chinatown. That game is brutal. That game is so brutal. Now, Repos created this amazing production of it. So look at how awesome that looks. I'm sure I'll like it more than Chinatown. I definitely want to play it. I don't think anything's changed though. I think it is basically Chinatown, but with a really cool theme and beautiful artwork and beautiful production because Repos, they do great work. So, yep, I definitely want to try it. For me, negotiation is very difficult though, but I'll try it again. I've played Chinatown, so yeah. Wave. So this one sounds just like the Mind. It's a cooperative card game. Play higher and higher cards to ride the wave to victory. I mean, it sounds just like the Mind. I don't know how it varies from the Mind, so I'm curious to see exactly how. Disney Dixit. I really like Dixit still. It's a game I never get played anymore. But it's Disney. It's got to be good. I love that theme. Obviously, Disney is great. Maybe one day I'll get to play it. Violet and Grumpy Niece is a new trick taking game from Aggie Games. Could be good for 2 players. Not really sure, but I would definitely try it. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Shogun no Katana. It looks like a really big Euro-y type game that looks really cool. I don't know, how cool it is, but I'm sure it's still a game that I want to play. I think one of my friends rated it pretty highly, so We'll see. Stitch for Stitch. It's a deduction trick taking game. So I was like looking at pictures. I was like, this looks so crazy. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. It's a trick taking deduction game. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. Mist over Carcassonne's getting an expansion. And of course, it's like try to use cats to keep your ghosts in check. I mean, what if they get a cat on it? What even? What even? Cats are scared of nothing. They'll keep the ghosts in check, right? That's so funny. Uh, Firewind says, the wifey says, thank you for pointing out Waterfall Park. She loves Chinatown. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, cats and everything now, huh? There's like at least 3 cat games coming out at Spiel that I saw in my list alone. And then this is like so random that Mists of over Carcassonne has this expansion with this cat on the front. This is so funny. So funny. Odd Shop. Auction, bidding, betting, cards game. I just love the theme of like an odd shop. I think that's super fun. And yeah, I would try it. Wizard's Cup. So I was reading this one. It says build a deck of 6 cards, then let them fight automatically. I'm like, is this just challengers? Because that seems very much like challengers. I don't really know how exactly it's played or what exactly it's doing. It kind of sounds like challengers or like Mind Bug or something, where you have very limited cards and you're dueling each other. But if you're fighting automatically, that sounds more like challengers, where you just like reveal a card and then you're going. But anyway, I'm still interested in what that is about. I have a big question mark on that one. Ensemble, super big hit for me this year. I had a great time playing it at Gen Con, and yeah, it only has 17 thumbs. I'm not quite sure. I think it was released last year at Spiel. I'm not entirely sure, but at least the English edition is out now, and more people will be able to find it. Skyrockets. So if you guys are familiar with Kites, the real-time cooperative sand timer game, Skyrockets is like an extension of that. So it's like it's like the gamer's game of Kites, because there's a lot more things going on. There's lots of different challenges to work through. It's a very challenging game, but I think I'm very excited to check it out. Age of Rome. It kind of city building. When I was looking at pictures, it didn't really wow me. It kind of left me a little bit underwhelmed, but I would still be curious to try it. I'm not really big on area majority influence anyway, so this one's a big question mark for me as well. It'd be one that I would look at and probably pass on ultimately. Volleys Fas Voros. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so bad at names. Set collection, variable setup, adventure, nautical. Sell cleverly stowed barrels for profits as you sail across a variable game board. I mean, I love Zoc games, like I said, so I'm sure there's something cool going on with this game, so I want to play it. We got Nanatoridori. Nanatoridori. Is this like the next level of, Nana? Because we were playing Nana a bunch because Aldi loved this Nana game. But this is like the next game in the series, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. It's probably cute. It's probably a small box. 3-minute crazy cafe from Cosmos. I mean, if a game is only 3 minutes, it's got to be fine. Cooperative real time craziness of trying to serve the dishes quickly. I want to play it. If it's so short, why not? It's so easy. Just play it on the floor. It's like, whatever. Look how cute. Oh, my orchids. or orchids, I should say, orchids. I like Daryl Chow's games. He's always like clever. So I'm curious by this. Cleverly collect seeds to match flowers in the simple yet crunchy card game. Could be good. Tea time crime. Dice rolling, tile placement, dice puzzly. Detectives need to protect valuable rooms and track down the thieves. It was looking pretty cute when I was looking at it. 890 Anno Domini. The cover is pretty bad. I mean, it's just like 90s artwork right here. This is like it's not selling copies, I don't think. Now you look at it, you look at the pieces and it looks pretty cool, so I would try it. Yep. That's me. I would try it. Artisans. This game looks really cool. I love drafting games in general and hand management, so yeah. Seems pretty quick. I like the attractive artwork, so yep. Level 10 is a redo of Okie Dokie. It seems to be looks like a Game Boy video game themed now. But I always liked Okie Dokie. I still have Okie Dokie. I would play it anytime. It's fun. It's a fun game. I don't know if this theme is a better theme than the cute animals playing instruments, but it's good. Moon Leap. All right, anybody going to Spiel should just go buy it because this is a fun game. This is a redo of Numerai, which is a game I really enjoy, but Michael didn't care for it, so it won't be for everybody. It is a dice roll and move game, and you have to take the bad rolls with as they come. It's fine. Everybody rolls poorly at some point, but I'm happy they redid the theme and they have this cool looking game now. I kind of want to upgrade mine to be this game instead, but I'm fine with my copy of Numerai. Orion Duel, I actually played this back, I don't know, 2 years ago. Not this year, last year. Like, I played a while ago, and they were still, like, deciding on the theme and the name and everything. This is a super solid, abstract game. I had a great time playing this. If you're into abstract games, like 1v1, let's go, like chess kind of matches, this is a pure abstract and it's super fun. I as far as abstracts go, this is probably one of the better ones to come out recently. So I don't I don't love abstracts, so I can't say like, oh yeah, like this is one of the best games of the year, because it's not like I don't love abstracts, but if I'm gonna play an abstract, this would probably be one of them. You know what I mean? Unboxed is the new WizKids game. As far as as I know, I could be totally wrong. I don't really know much about this game, but you don't know the rules, and you're just kind of you open the box and you just kind of go, and you don't really know what you're doing. But I don't know how true I am to that, so I just gotta play it and see what happens. Circles. So I was reading like the very limited information about this game. Somebody in the comments was like, "I hate this cover. It's like an app game art like if you're and now that I read that, every time I see this cover, I'm gonna think it does look like an app game. Like if you're playing an app on your phone or something, and then like an ad comes up, I feel like you would see this cut like these artworks right here, right? And the actual game itself looks really fun. You roll the ball around and it's gonna land on like an action you get to take or something. I know really not much about it, but I definitely want to see what it's about. I love that you can choose which side you want to play. You can either like play like the roulette side or like the western side. I don't even quite understand what's going on with that, but it's like weird. It's a weird game. Like a bad app ad that the game does not match the ad at all. uh yeah. All right, Freehand is a party game using cubes to paint pictures. I like Julio's games. He just designed some fun like family style games. And I think I would enjoy this party game as well. I'm not exactly the artistic person. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm not like I don't know if I can use cubes to make my point come across. So I'm curious to try though. Explora, an auction bidding exploring game. I mean, that seems pretty fun. What else do I need? That seems good. So I think a lot of these ones with very few thumbs came out really late in the spiel list process. Like I had my list mostly refined, and then yesterday I went back just to double check, and like 50 games have been added in like a day. I'm like, all these games have coming out right now. Like we're like a week out from Spiel. Like they should have been on the list already. My opinion. Secret Santa. Super love the theme of Secret Santa. I like attending parties with Secret Santa. I always get a terrible gift, so I always bring a game. Nobody wants it, so I end up taking it back or something. Swapping with people later. Anyway, I'm curious by it. Small box. Seems cute. Itto. String your thoughts together. Cooperative game. I don't really know exactly what that means, but hey, there's a little rainbow string on the front. Look cute. I don't need much to get interested in trying something. Uh, Zauberweg. This is a cooperative card game version of um, the Mountains game. I want to say Witch's Mountain, but I know it's not it. But the one with the witches and the balls rolling down. Magic Mountain, I think it's called. Magic Mountain, I think. So it's like the cooperative card game version of that. I'd be curious to see. I mean, it says 20 minutes. It's easy to play, right? Are there any more? Three more. Three more. Mooncake Master, a mooncake sharing tile crafting interactive strategy board game with closed drafting and pattern building puzzle. That sounds really cute. Look how cute this artwork is. I want to play it. I want to play it for sure. 6-2. I mean, look, there's a big rainbow on the cover of this box. It's probably not a great game, but I want to play it because of that. I feel like we've seen games like this make marks up and down the rainbow to score points. I mean, I feel like it's been there, done that, but I'd still try it. The Choice. Flexible roll and write. Each die can be used for either its color or its value. So that kind of reminds me of Crebelm, but I don't know if it'll be as fun as Crebelm or whatever. But I'm curious. I'd play it. Heyo, that's my whole list of 137 titles that I'm interested in, but not the must-haves, but definitely want to try if I were going to Spiel. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me through all of those lists. I love talking about games, so hopefully you enjoyed me rambling on about games because I can't help it. That's what I do. It's what I do. I want to play everything. I want to play it for a reason, and then I can bring you all the games here on the channel. So if you missed part 1, make sure to go back and check out part 1 with all my must-haves. If I were going to Spiel, those are the games I would pick up for sure. And this video, of course, is my interested in list. These are the ones I'd want to get demos of and make sure I would like it before buying it, kind of thing. But for those of you who are watching this after the fact on YouTube, please join us on Twitch every Wednesday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Central, where we play 3 games every time. So yeah, Michael and I do that, and yeah, where we play all the games. That's right. All everybody in the chat does it before me. But yeah, for those on Twitch right now, I will be right back.